Today I'm going to be showing you the basic steps for piping and decorating cupcakes. So I'm going to start by just going over the tools that you'll be using. So for your piping tips, you have a few options. You have a bunch that look like this. So they're spiked at the end. I actually have a few different sizes of this one. And these are good to make just like kind of a nice swirl effect. You can also use them for any other design. These two, which are really nice to make roses and flowers. I have a bigger one and then a smaller one. The smaller one does have a little dot in the center, which changes how the flower will look. I have this edge tool that is really good to use to make leaves if you're trying to make flowers. And I have this one, which is perfect for making grass. And then I just have a bunch of just straight edge ones. They're just round, and they'll just give you a normal flat effect when you pipe. And you're also going to need a piping bag. And you have to cut the corner of the piping bag off. I already did that. And then you're going to have two attachments. This one which will go inside, and then this one which will go on top. So you're going to start by opening up the piping bag and putting this inside, and then whichever tool you want to use, you will put it right on top, and then you will screw this over and then place your icing into pipe. All of the tools that I have you will have to attach like this, except for this big one, as it is too big to have this go on top as it goes right inside. So for this tool, you will just put it directly in the bag and use it like this. But for the other attachments, you will have to have this on with this on top. So now that you have all of your tools ready, you're ready to start decorating. So our first step is to fill our piping bag up with icing. Also, if you are wanting to do different color icings for your cupcakes, I'm not going to be doing that for this video, but if you're wanting to, it's easier just to use two different piping bags. So I like to fill the bag up. I like to roll it down and put my hand in here, and then with my icing take a scoop, and then by having my hand there I can use it to scrape off the icing on the side of my hand, and then pull it up, and then you want to scrape all of the icing to the bottom. Give it a twist. Okay, so I'm going to start with the bigger tool, and I'm just going to make one big rose. So I'm going to start in the center, squeeze, and then go all the way around. And then you have one big rose. Also, with this big one, I'm going to make another rose, but I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. So, start. I'm not going to go in the center, I'm going to go off to the side, and then around, and then I have a rose on the side, and I think I might try to do one more because I have a little bit of icing left in this. So center, around, fortunately I didn't have as much icing as I thought, but I still made half a rose. And then with my smaller tool, I'm gonna not make a rose. Instead, I'm going to push down and then lift up, up. So I'm gonna push down and up and make another kind of flower. Up. And I'm just gonna fill the rest with this. So I have half with the rose and then half with smaller flowers around. And for this I'm just putting it flat down, squeezing, and then lifting up. So I put it flat down, squeeze, and up, squeeze, up, squeeze, up, squeeze, up. And that is what that one looks like. I can also make another rose type with this smaller one. Same idea, going around. You have a rose, or you can just fill the entire cupcake itself with little mini flowers. And if I want to make them bigger, I can hold it down longer and squeeze more icing out. So I'm just going to fill this cupcake. Like so. Okay. So now I am going to switch tools. So once again, I'm going to unscrew this, take off this small flower tool, and I'm going to switch to one of the spikes. I've decided that I'm going to use the medium spike. So I'm just going to put this on, press it on tight, roll, twist my big, and once again just do a little practice on my plate. Okay, so with this one, I can once again start in the center and go all the way around and just fill the cupcake. So my cupcakes did not bake evenly, so I have a big slanted cupcake, but that's okay. I'm just going to put it all the way around. That one didn't turn out as well as I hoped, but that's okay. Also, with this tool, you can take it and same as the other one, just push down and up, up, push down, and you can fill your whole cupcake like so. And again, the bigger, the more you push, the bigger you can make it. like that. Okay. So I am once again going to switch tools. So again, unscrew this, take this off, and I'm going to switch to just a straight edge piping tool. Again, I'm going to put it on and screw this. I decided to use the biggest one. And for this, you can pipe little dots all around, like so. You can fill your entire cupcake like that if you wish. You can also do the same idea, but attaching it. It gives kind of that swirl effect. So I was doing the same pushing down, but I wasn't lifting. So I just kind of bumped myself over to make it kind of look like a rope. So I'm just going to do that all the way around. And then I'll just fill the top like normal. So again, pushing down and up. So this one I am lifting again to make, it kind of gives you a cloud-like effect. I am also able to go all the way around and just pipe a normal swirl effect for my cupcake. Starting on the outside and working my way up, just to give you a classic swirl cupcake. And the last tool I'm going to show you, the second last one, sorry, is this spiked one to make grass. So for this, I'm going to push down and up, down and up, down and up. And it kind of looks like you're making grass on your cupcake. You can keep it, make it taller, or you can keep it low down. Okay. And the last tool I'm going to show you is this one to make a leaf. I'm going to go back to my rose cupcakes and I'm going to add a leaf onto it. So I'm just going to hold it at an angle and just spike and lift and just kind of pull it out. So once you know what all of your tools do, you can then start to be more creative with your design and mix and match the tools. So for example, I'm going to start with this big one and make 2 small roses off to the side. All my icing down and twisting the bag. So I have made 2 roses to the side, and then I'm going to take that medium size spike tool and I'm just going to push down and up. I'm going to go all the way around with that. And fill the rest of the half like so. Then you have a cupcake that looks like this. You can also change the color, so I could have maybe pink roses and then I leave this side white, or with my leaf tool I could use green icing and add some leaves to my roses, or also with green icing use some grass. You could also take sprinkles and add sprinkles. So for example, I like to use these little pink pearls, and I'm just going to go and add a few in the center of my roses just to make it really stand out better. Go and add 3 to each rose and just push it in. And you have a cupcake that looks like that. Also, once you know what you are able to do with your tools, there are also other ways that you can move them. You can just kind of change what you do. So, for example, just the same spike tool. Instead of pushing up and down, I'm just going to make little bumps and just kind of swirl it around. It kind of makes a cool wave-like effect. I'm going to do that one more time. Add a wave. Almost like you're making a tutu around your cupcake. And then I'm going to go and add 1 rose directly on top. So yeah, like that. And then once again adding some of those sprinkles to make the center really pop for the rose.